Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Code with Aminur. Today I have done one project, CRUD project using AJAX. So you can see here that if I type any name, okay, if I give any random email ID and say if I am giving marks, okay, and if I click submit button, you can see that in the right hand side I got the new student details and I got a message that form submitted successfully. Okay, now I'm adding more, okay, two more details, student details. You can see that 3 students already done. Now if I click on the delete button of the third or the newest element, see what happens. It got deleted and in the left hand side it is telling student deleted successfully. Now if I want to edit the marks of Reshma Begum from 60 to 80, see what happens. You can see that the moment I clicked in the left in the edit button, in the form the values populated, and if I enter the marks from 60 to 80, see what happens. It got edited. New marks is 80 now. If I edit Aminur's marks from 100 to say 95, I click submit, see what happens. It got submitted and now it's 95. Now if I enter new details, okay, if I enter new details with a random email ID and marks, submit, you can see the new marks edited and the form submitted successfully message is populated and the form gets blanked again. So now I will be explaining you the code. So this is what I have done using Django AJAX, and I have also styled it using Bootstrap. Now I will be explaining you the code. You can see that in the AJAX folder there are two folders. First one is for the virtual environment and second one is the project. Okay, inside the project I have created one app named my app, the project, the static folder and the templates where I will be storing all my HTML file. Okay, there is only one HTML file, and within a static folder there is CSS file and JS folder. Within JS folder this is ajax.js. okay, now inside my project in the settings.py I have done the configuration part, which you can see that I have installed. I have mentioned the my app under the installed apps section. Okay, I have mentioned the templates. Okay, and for the static files I have done this one. So it will connect the static file and the urls.py. You can see that in the empty route what it will do is it will run the home view. For add student it will run the add view. For deleting student it will run the delete view, and for updating or editing the student details it will run the update view. Okay, now I have done the make migration migrate part, created the super user, and yeah, I have created the model as well. In the model there are simple name, email and marks. Okay, I have mentioned it in the admin.py so that I can see it in the admin panel. Okay, now I have created a forms.py file. In the forms.py file I have mentioned that these will be the fields. Okay, name, email and marks, and I have also added this class and ID. Okay, now comes the HTML file. Now comes the HTML file. See, from starting I am telling you this is the boiler template. I have loaded the static because I will be integrating the JavaScript file and the CSS file, not CSS but mainly that bootstrap part, and mainly for this JavaScript part I have loaded the static part. Okay, this is for the bootstrap link CDN. Created a container within which everything will be there. Okay, and this student record, this is for the bold part. Everything, it is like heading part. Created a row, and within row there will be two parts mainly. This is for LG4, that this is for the form part. Okay, within the form part what I have done is, here this form you will get, and I have just printed it. Okay, and there is a button, submit button. What it will do, I will explain everything. Just see the structure what I have done. Created a table. Within the table there will be rows. I have iterated all the students. Okay, now here is the jQuery, because I have used jQuery AJAX, jQuery CDN. This is for the bootstrap CDN, and the JavaScript part I have integrated it here. Okay, now I will be explaining you guys the JavaScript part. See, initially it will print this one, form btn, this form btn. Okay, I have given the form, the button, a form btn id. That's why I have used this hash form btn. Okay, when it will be clicked, event listener is there and it will be handled then. Since form default behavior is to get reloaded when when the user clicks the submit button, so I'm preventing it so that we can capture the data. Okay, now I have captured the name, email, marks. Okay, CSRF token value, this you have to pass, otherwise we will get an error. And this SID, this SID is not there, but if it is there, I will explain later on. Okay, if it is there, what it will do, if it is there, the value will be there. If it is not there, it will be empty value. Okay, this is just for debugging purpose. I have given this console.log. Okay, now the AJAX part comes here. This is the add part. It will go to the add section for adding new members or students. Method would be post. These are the datas. Okay, and now it will go to the views.py part. Here for add. If the request is post, what it will do, it will do student form request.post. What it is doing, we are capturing the data. Here. Okay, and we are capturing the ID as well. If form is valid, what it will do, it will extract the values. Okay, and if the ID is present, I told na that if ID would be present, if ID won't be present. So in this case ID won't be present because we are inserting the new data. This is for the debug purpose, this print statement. So it will come to here, else part. Why? Because we are inserting the new data. Okay, we are inserting the new data and it won't have any ID till now. That's why it will come to else part. It will save, and what we are doing is we are showing the since we are passing the JSON response, we have to send it in the form of a dictionary. So in this way I'm giving, and I'm converting into list because it will give you a query set. So I have to convert it into list and then I have to pass it. Okay, the JSON response. Once the JSON response goes from here, it will go back to again AJAX. Okay, in the AJAX part, it will see whether the status is success or not. If the status is success, what it will do, it will first empty the record, whatever record is there. student record, it will empty it. Okay, just the headers would be there. Then I will display the message, and then I will iterate all the values and append in the table. Okay, and then I will reset the form, and I've set the student ID blank. Why student ID blank? Student ID initially it was blank, but when I will update, it will hold the value. That's why I have to reset it. Okay, and if there is any error, it will come to this part and it will tell that an error occurred. Okay, now comes the delete part. Now the delete part, if the user clicks the delete button, what it will do, it will check whether it is a it will come later, this delete part. First it will come here. If any user clicks the delete button, first it will come to this part. It will check which button has been clicked. It will check the ID. Okay, it will check the CSRF value, and here in the URL part, what we will do is we are passing through this delete URL. The method would be post delete ID and CSRF token we have to pass. So I'm doing this one. And in the success part, now it will go back to the views.py part. It is checking the request that method is post was all okay. It will check for the ID, and we will filter it, and we will delete the user. And what we will do is we will now pass all the values. Okay, we will check what student records are there, and we are passing it to in the form of JSON response, and it will come back again in the success part. And if there is any record, it will print, it will append in the similar way in a while inserting new data. So this part is similar. Okay, if any error occurs, it will throw an error here. Now if the user clicks the edit button, it will come to AJAX part. First it will check for the CSRF value, it will check for the student ID, and now it will go through the update URL. The method would be post, and the ID and CSRF token I have given. Now it will come back to the views.py file. In the views.py file, it will check whether the method is post or not. It will check the method is post, it will get the ID, it will filter all the values, and it will go back to the AJAX part again. Now once it comes to the AJAX part, now here you will pre-populate. This is for the pre-population part in the form. Okay, now here that's why I have given that student ID val, this part. Okay, here it will get the ID, and now it will go back. When the user clicks a submit button, it again go back to the add student part, and there it will again check that ID is there or not. If ID is there, now the ID would be there. Okay, now the ID will be there. That's why it is coming to this part, if ID, and now it will update the students marks. Okay, so this was all about Django AJAX CRUD operations. Thanks for watching.